Welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with Scott and Andy.
Well, it looks like my camera switched off. How are you? I'm back again. How are you doing?
Good.
There's definitely gremlins.
Hold on.
Not too close. Oh, shit. Right. Okay. Well, there's definitely gremlins in the studio tonight, mate.
Right.
God knows what's going on there.
Right. Where are we? Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever. Good evening and welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur.
And me, Andy Muir.
I know we look really well rehearsed and smooth right now, but it's not been like that at all. The various little gremlins have been kicking in tonight, so it could be entertaining. So bear with us if anything wrong happens. So as always, if you're tuning in for the first time, please put your name and where you're coming in from into the chat so we can say hello. So what have you been up to this week, mate? Nothing.
As usual, nothing. Did some
Can you
walking.
make something up for the viewer?
Oh, mate, I did some rehearsing with my mate.
Oh, did you? All right, good.
Not really good.
Did it not sound good?
Well, it sounded all right, but it's for a mate's memorial service.
Oh shoot! Right, what you playing?
And we're gonna do a song by Anders Osborne, Pass On By, and we're gonna do a cheery wee number called She Talks to Angels.
Right. I'm sorry, who was that? Do you mind me asking? You've not told me about this.
That was my mate, Dickie, who I used to work with.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Very sorry to hear that.
It's yeah.
It's
been he's been dead for a little while.
Has he?
3 months, really. 3 months. So.
Really? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It was a bad business. Bad business.
Okay. Bad business. So have you managed to listen to any music this week?
Oh yeah.
What have you been listening to apart from all the bands on the list?
Apart from all the bands on the list, I listened to a band called Revival Black.
Oh, right.
I think.
Pray tell.
Revival Black. Oh, they're one of these new wave of classic rock bands. New wave of classic rock bands.
Right.
It was them.
What did they sound like?
Well, they sounded quite riffage. There was a fair amount of riffage going on, and the modern day riffage.
Right. Okay.
And listen to Chuck Berry.
Oh,
listen to the Black Crowes.
Can't go wrong with them. Wouldn't they have been good at the Apollo?
Oh, and yeah. Oh, they would have been brilliant at the Apollo.
Oh, they're really magic at the Apollo.
A band called Chris Barris Band as well. Chris Barris Band.
Good.
They were, they're more riffage as well.
Right. Okay. Good.
They're all right. Yeah.
Good. I've been listening to a German band called Sylvan. Who are a sort of hard to describe actually. I've been listening to Sylvan. they're very good. They're kind of, I guess they're rock prog mixed with a bit of quite power metal sometimes. It's quite an odd mix. But the guy sings like a cross between the guy from Aha and the guy from like Circus, or he's got this amazing pop voice, and then he's got imagine if the guy James from Dream Theater could actually sing, right? He used to be able to sing, but imagine if he could still sing, sounded similar but better. That's this guy. They're really good actually. They're as I say, German band, and I heard them years ago. They're really good. They're really good.
What they call?
Sylvan. Sylvan. And some of their albums sound really poppy. I mean, and then other albums sound almost like dark metal. I mean, it's really odd. But somebody's saying you've started not working on Facebook. Oh,
wow.
Is it working on Facebook?
Yes, it's working on Facebook.
That is okay, Ken. Thanks for letting us know, though. The Facebook continues to be painful for us, and it's nice to see a few folk coming in from YouTube there, and we'll get back to that in a minute, because I think YouTube's more stable than horrible Facebook. The problem is, of course, people can't see the chat. Now, what we can do, though, I was just thinking,
all on Facebook.
We can put the whole. No, we can put.
That's quite right, Fiona. That's right. It's just Fiona says it's working fine on Facebook. So
right, okay.
Kenneth Brown says it's Kenny.
Aye.
All right,
Kenny. Sorry, mate.
Okay. Once you've started, you started. All right, okay.
Right. So that might help. Let's see.
You can do that.
Well, it might help. I'm not sure I like it, but because more and more people are coming in from YouTube, etc., it might be an idea. So let's just try it there. And Pete says it well there, Flakebook. Right. So we've got who we've got. We've got Tony and Evening Scott and Andy and Good Music Lovers. Tony from East Kilbride. Excellent. And Doug's in from Over the Water. That's you're on YouTube, mate. Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
And Fiona's back again. Hello, Fiona. How are you? Good evening. Ricky's here as well. Hello, Ricky. Hiya. Good evening, Scott and Andy and everyone else tuning in.
Cheryl's Colin here. From Troon.
Colin from Troon. Excellent. I've not been to Troon for a long time.
Me neither.
Aye, I used to go to Troon with the school. Do you remember that?
High school?
Aye.
No,
I think it was primary school. I think it was primary school, mate. Yeah. So Pete's here early. Well done, Pete. I don't know if you're up early or up late. One of the two. Thanks for coming in. Anyway, Fiona saying Black Crowes amazing at the Badlands. Yeah.
That's not fair that you went, Fiona.
I remember seeing them at the Playhouse, and the singer took great exception to somebody in the audience and jumped into the crowd and started a fight. It was entertaining. It was slightly scary. It was one of these moments where you think, "My God, there's going to be a riot," but there wasn't quite. Ian's here. Hello, Ian. Good evening. How are you? Kenny's here. Hello, Kenny. Yeah, perhaps that. I'm sorry if there was a problem. So Colin from Troon, as you mentioned. Hello, Colin. First gig was Motorhead back in '79. That was a loud one. Dog School took up early and get stuff signed by Lemmy and Fast Eddie. Wish Filthy had been there as well. Great days. Yeah. Absolutely, Colin. Great band. Was a poll. Well, wasn't really a poll, but somebody asked the question this week: what was the loudest band? Which comes up every few months, doesn't it? And I think Motorhead are always near the top of that.
That was Jimmy Smith.
That was Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. What you saying?
Yeah. No, I was just laughing.
Oh, somebody talking about listen. We'll talk about record stores later. Actually, we'll come back to that. Ian, there's an awful lot of you tonight. Where have you all been? Ian Baird, hello. Good evening, even. And a few folks saying it's working well. Who Killed Bambi? Why is that on? Why are you saying that? I've not heard that song for years. Mac's in from across the water. Hello, Mac. Afternoon, whatever time it is, mate. I'll probably get back to you later, actually. I think I've got something to say about you. You did something really cool. Fiona saying went to the Playhouse the next night. Yeah, it wasn't so good. I can imagine. But you remember that bit with the fight? I don't know if you remember that. I was in the front row of the circle that night. It was pretty weird. I don't know if I like that chat on there. I'm taking it off.
Right. All right, okay.
Right. Well, maybe put it back on again when we talk chat stuff.
Yeah, if everyone was on the same platform, it would be better.
Yeah, it would be, as in Twitch. Right. So, without any further ado,
let's go.
Set it up. I know. It's going to take effort, and I'm a lazy guy.
Hey, I've done it.
It's not so much the setting up that I'm worried about. It's all the paraphernalia around about it.
Well, it is a bit tricky. There's a lot of nonsense on it.
There is.
Right.
And
right. Okay.
So this week.
This is one you may remember.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. I've hit the wrong thing. Look, I've given away what I'm playing later. There you go.
You're giving us a preview of that.
There you go. It's a very quick preview. Oof.
Woofed.
Now you're with that. Right, come on.
You've chose a song that everyone likes. Good one.
I have. Right. All right. Wait a minute. You were in the majority last week, but there was a significant minority thought it was a good song.
You are not a significant minority.
New viewers, if you wonder what we're talking about, go to www.youtube.com/glasgowpolo.com, Glasgow Polo Live, and you'll find last week's show where Andy and I had a disagreement about the song I played at the end of the show.
It wasn't just me.
I know it wasn't just you. I'm just trying to depersonalise it from the viewer.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, it's like off.
You put me in it there.
That's what you're meant to do.
Oh, right, okay, hurry up. Stop
Mayhem.
bickering.
Tick, tock.
Men, for
Talk.
goodness
Right.
sakes.
Come on then.
Men, you're all the same.
Oh dear, I've had a cold this week. Oh dear.
Not the COVIDs.
Not the COVIDs, no. It's like just
Good.
I was going to say a cold, but that doesn't sound really good. It doesn't sound very Scottish at all, did it? Yeah.
Colds.
Yeah. The influenzas.
I was full of the cold. The Choral and Orchestral Union once
Back
again, banging out the hits. March the 12th, 1950, rocking it big style. 72 years ago. If you're watching this and you went to that show, please let us know.
Yeah. Pete saying he likes this bit. Something wrong with this boy.
Good on you, Pete.
He said he likes
Good
it.
on you, mate.
What,
just do you like my stumbling over dates and names? Is that what it is?
Doesn't expect any joined up thinking.
Yeah. No.
All right, sorry, I'll come back to that one. Right, go on.
Sorry. I'm intelligent. The Nice played March the 13th, 1970. I saw a little poster for a thing from a newspaper about this gig. It was a promo sort of thing the other day. It was the Nice were lined up and there was a Miss Glasgow or something lying across them. Looked a bit odd.
All right, okay. This is quite funny. Look, Boots has just said Derek was there at the choral.
He was
below the belt there.
He wasn't there.
The professor was probably a bit old. He was at school, man. He couldn't go. It was a daytime show. Yeah.
Anyway. So and then John Mayall and Randall's Island played March the 12th, 1970. Probably a good gig. I think Chris, one of our regular viewers, but he's probably doing a gig now. I think he was there at that gig.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I was at. Probably Derek was there too.
I always thought John Mayle, he'd be better in a pub. John Mayle.
I don't know. He was at the Apollo, so.
I know, but some bands are meant to play in pubs.
Well, he could play pubs as well if he wanted to.
I'm sure, and he'd be better in a pub. I think he'd be better in a pub.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Which hotel?
Oh, I'll put this on the screen so everyone else can know what you're talking about.
He was in the hotel when Lennon got shot.
True. Who was John Mayle or Derek?
John Mayle, I think. Yes. King Crimson and Claire Hamill played March the 16th, 1973, 49 years ago. Robert Fripp still remembers that show.
I bet
he does. And he remembers that was when it was the Playhouse, the Queen's Playhouse.
Aye.
New York Hotel. That's Pete says it's in the New York Hotel. Where Lennon lived at the time, I believe. Yeah. I think that King Crimson show's available on recording from King Crimson. I think you can buy it from them. Tony Christie. Oh, I forgot what Tony Christie was. Who he was.
He's a crooner.
Was he a crooner? Big show band?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. They played March the 18th, 1974. Caravan, Camel, and Renaissance played March the 14th, 1975. Now, Caravan and Renaissance and Camel. They Painted Caramel. They all played sort of similar type music. There's a lot of flutes involved, I believe. Plenty of flutes.
Flutes and sort of folkish moments.
Yeah, and odd time changes. Yeah. So if you'd like that gig, that would have been a good
that
thing.
Link in the chats for the King Crimson gig that Andy was just talking about. It is available. Yeah. You are correct.
Yeah, because I think I don't know. I thought I saw him talking about it somewhere. Anyway, evening music lovers and aficionados. Bon Scott's here. Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Tommy.
Oh, right. This is getting a little bit confusing. 10cc and Fancy played Sunday, March the 16th, 1975. Didn't listen to 10cc this week. I should have done, but I didn't.
Wait a minute, Kerry Brown's showing off here. Having done it with Robert Fripp's wife, Toya, next Friday night with 50 other people, so I'll miss the show next week. What?
Oh, Kenny,
Kenny,
get her on. Get your phone on.
aye,
And get her on the show.
Aye,
yeah.
You need to do an interview with Scott and Andy. You wear an outfit.
You having dinner with Toya and 50 people. Is that
a gig.
Is that you're in the canteen? She's there.
That's the sort of size of the venues that she fills these days.
No, I bet she'd do a fair. She's doing I saw she's doing something.
She's playing the Assembly in Leamington, which is 800.
She's doing a festival or something.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, Bon Scott got us in 47-inch widescreen and cinematic surround sound tonight.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
That must be really scary. Wait till we get Andy on the screen and he's on in a minute. I'm going to do that now, actually.
Holy moly. Better not move too close.
Yeah,
Tony Christie.
There you go. Look at wait, see that. Oh, that's the wrong one. I meant that to me. There you go.
I did it for Maria. I did what I did for Maria. Oh, I think I remember that. That's Derek, Ian saying.
Yeah.
Hate to say Tony Christie's "I Did It for Maria" was the first single I ever bought. Oh,
I think he's got the Kenny thing right. He's off to a Teletubbies convention. Never told us he was a Teletubby fan. We'll come back to him later.
Right, Gilbert, we done Gilbert O'Sullivan and Claire Hamill played March the 18th, 1975. I have to listen to Claire Hamill. What's she like, mate? Do you know? Have you heard of her?
Don't know. Is it Pete Hamill's sister or wife or cousin or mum or doctor? I don't know.
No.
There we go.
No. Status Quo and Shanghai were playing.
No.
It's not. It's not. Status Quo Shanghai played March the 12th, 1976. I think that was one of their 3 shows this week. They play another one on Saturday. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Good gig. Status Quo, Hairy Chesters, rocking it out.
Absolutely.
I didn't listen to Shanghai, although I should have. The Hollies and Labby Sifri played March the 13th, 1976. That would have been a good gig. The Hollies are a good band, and Labby Sifri is quite a... I like Labby Sifri. I listened to a podcast with him 2 weeks ago, if you're interested. If you're a Labby Sifri fan or just a music fan. Rock and Tours, very good.
It's quite an unusual mix, that, the Hollies and Labby Sifri, isn't it?
Probably on the same label, mate.
Aye.
Probably. Aye. Yeah, but he's pretty amazing, actually. Had a bit of a hard life. Hard trot, as they say here, for the last wee while. But yeah, he's doing all right now. Thinking about doing an album. Actually recording an album now. But that would have been a good gig. Deep Purple and Straps played March... What am I talking?
My fault.
Me?
No, it was me.
Deep Purple Straps played March the 14th, 1976. I listened to this album. You would have hated it because it was Come Taste the Band.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I listened to... I sent you a track this week that was from that gig.
Did you?
Yes. On the YouTubes.
Did you? Oh, you did. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And Straps played. That was in the singer was Australian. I seem to remember. He sent us in a little story there. It was on the Apollo site. He gave the crowd a bit of abuse.
Oh dear.
Because they were giving him abuse, and then he gave it back, and then everyone went, "Yeah, you're some man for giving back some sweary words."
I'd get plaudits for that. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And I listened to their album, Straps album. It was all right. It was good. It was sort of like Deep Purple-ish because they had the Hammond organ. Not as a high singer, but they were all right. They're good.
Right, okay.
If you like Deep Purple, you might like them. Mark Bolan and the Damned played 2 nights. Saturday, March the 12th, and Sunday, March the 13th. I listened to The Damned last night. Damned. Neat. Live. Apollo.
Yes.
I think that would have been I don't know what that would have been like. This would be a weird mix, that one. That would have been weird. Mark
Yes.
Bolan and The Damned. Don't know if that would.
It's an odd mix.
That's an odd mix, but maybe he liked them. So he thought
The Damned
they'd
were
do
still
it.
cool then, weren't they? They were still cool. They hadn't gone stupid. They were still a good, cool punk band then.
Yeah, well, I was just reading about them last night, and yeah, they're a pretty good band. I quite liked that album. It was half an hour long, and it had like 15 songs. But listening to the Camel album was an hour long, and it had five songs. Like 5 songs. Anyway, so that would be an unusual gig, but no one got back to me on if they had been there, so can't really say. David Soul played March the 14th, 1977. Probably a good gig for David again. Roy Orbison and Alan Stewart played March the 18th, 1977. Big Roy, some belter, some chanter.
Great singer. Yeah.
You're some chanter, Roy. That's a bit of a still game reference there. I have some chanter.
I've got no idea what he's talking about. Never seen Still Game.
Because you haven't watched Still Game.
I've never seen it.
You should have your Scottishness revoked for that.
Oh, I got revoked ages ago, mate, when I tried to vote in the last election. You're not from Scotland. You're not a 16-year-old Polish person who just moved into the area.
Hey. Whoa.
I'm not getting against Polish people, but...
you don't have residence, so you can't vote.
Nah.
Same as me. Although I did vote the last
You did vote, didn't you? I
was living there. Put my voting card in. Oh, that was me. Postal vote. John Miles and John Cougar played Sunday, March the 12th, 1978. Now, a lot of people were saying that when I put this up that John Cougar got some pelters.
Yeah.
At this gig because he was a bit,
full
of himself.
He's famously variable, isn't he? He's famously variable. Sometimes he's brilliant, other times he's utter rubbish.
Probably a bit. What was the word?
Mercurial.
Spiky, I was going to say.
Spiky?
Yeah. He's got a spiky sort of demeanour. So that's not the word I'm looking for. Prickly?
No.
Prickly.
Prickly. There you go.
Spiky, prickly, whatever.
Yeah.
John Miles, I did listen. Someone posted John Miles gig from Liverpool, I think it was, or London the night before. Either the night before or the night after this gig. He's such a great singer. Great singer. Yeah. Good songs. That was on SoundCloud, but you'll find it in the links. Hot Chocolate. Sorry, Hot Chocolate. I didn't give you a go this week, but I'm pretty sure you would have been smooth and warm. Very, very tasty.
Excellent.
Van Morrison. I think Van Morrison played March the 16th, 1979. I think some of the folks in the gig. I've got to say thanks to Derek for posting up all the gigs this week. He's some man for that.
He's been amazing, hasn't he? Yeah, it's been very good.
Does a great job. Thank you very much, Derek. You're a good fellow for doing all that. But
good egg. I watched on the Van Morrison front, mate. I was watching that film, the Kenneth Branagh film Belfast. And it's basically a Van Morrison. It's a Van Morrison music video.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's my review. And I mean it very positive. I really enjoyed it. I thought the photography and the sound and everything was brilliant. Okay. But it has got about, I don't know, 6 Van Morrison songs in it. And it's like a Van Morrison music video. Even the vibe of it to me feels like if Van Morrison wasn't a crabbit for a few minutes, he's a grumpy old sod.
Well, that's
he would make that type of gig. He would make that type of video. It's a good film.
Yeah.
If anyone else has seen it, tell us what you think of it if you've seen it.
Well, the people who went to that gig said it was rubbish. He
Aye.
just had his back to them, and he didn't even say anything. And and I think another person, one of the other posters said, so I forgot your name, but they said, we pay. Someone said, oh, you might have just been having a bad day, and they said, yeah, but
No,
we don't get
all the time.
we don't get paid. We don't get paid
Aye.
to have a bad day. You know, if
Yeah.
you're a pop star, you get paid to have a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
There's someone with a review of Belfast.
Oh, be Boots. I knew he would. There wasn't far too long. Yeah. It was longer than 3 minutes. He can't cope with anything longer than 3 minutes.
Oh, right, okay.
And then there's music as well. But no, I was going to say, yeah, I saw Van Morrison twice, and I don't know why I went the second time, because he was terrible. I mean, it was just like he couldn't give a monkeys, you know. And and I mean, I've seen a few bands like doing that over the years, you know, where they've maybe been a bit pissed or doped out, but he genuinely just didn't seem to care. I would. I mean, he's playing next week locally to me. There's no way I'd go and see him again. Just a waste of money. Grumpy old bastard.
Yeah. Right.
There's another review. There's a sort of review you would like, Andy, from Bon Scott. I'm in the middle of watching Belfast. It's quite good.
Right. That is quite good. That's good.
I thought it was beautiful.
It's not quite bad. But I do. There's a Van Morrison album that I really liked. Oh, I can't remember it, but
sorry.
It was brilliant.
Look at that.
Van Morrison would rather watch a Morrison's van. Yeah. Oh, Ian, come on.
I think it would be more entertaining than, I mean, I love his music, but my God, he's terrible live. Anyway.
Fiona, that's right. It was that album, Into the Mystic. I really like that. That was a great album. Yeah, that was a good album. I loved that one. Yeah. He has a big fan base. Yeah, but
he does.
Been going for a while.
Doesn't mean he's any bloody good.
Well, it does.
No, it doesn't.
His music, his output recently has been a bit.
You too. Let's discuss. No, don't get me started on you too. Don't.
No. Okay, so where are we? Van Morrison, right? So Elton John and Ray Cooper played 2 nights.
Coldplay, friggin' Coldplay. They've got a massive. Sorry, keep going. Sorry. Shut up.
Mate, I've already had a big argument about Coldplay.
Have you? Who with?
My mates from Aberdeen.
If you got taste or no taste, depends on what he thinks about Coldplay.
Well, he loves Coldplay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's got no taste. Why are you talking to somebody that doesn't know anything about music? Anyway,
he used to. Elton John, Ray Cooper, Sunday, March the 17th and March the 18th. Good gig, probably. Didn't listen to Elton, but I think I've listened to this sort of period of Elton last year. It was very good. The Quote played March the 18th, 1978. No, it's not wrong. March the 18th, 1981. I didn't go to that gig because it was just, I don't know why I didn't go. Probably didn't like them at the time. I was too busy listening to the Police. Sorry.
Yeah.
In 1981, yeah, I probably was. Iron Maiden and the Roads.
Combo in their own right.
Pardon?
Not a bad little pop combo in their own right, the Police.
Oh, no, they're pretty good. Iron Maiden and the Roads, March the 14th, 1982. Did you go to this game?
I did. Up the Irons. Yeah, I did, yeah.
I listened to this. This was Number of the Beast.
Number of the Beast.
I think.
Yes,
it was Number of the Beast, then I was there.
You were there. I was going to say, I'm sure you were standing next to me.
But I don't remember the Roads, because I listened to the
Roads. I remember the Roads.
I was listening to the Roads album, and I thought, oh, no, mate, you couldn't say that now. No. You could not say that now.
He was Ronnie's... there's someone else saying it. He was Ronnie James Dio's cousin.
Right. Well, he's not got Ronnie Dio's voice.
No, he doesn't.
No. Just because you're a cousin doesn't mean to say you've got Ronnie Dio's voice. No,
I thought they were okay, the Roads, though.
He was all right.
They were all right. They were very heavy metal type.
Oh, yeah. Very, as we've discussed, they're very hairy Chester. They were. Some of the words were just, some of the lyrics were just ridiculous. What's the song? There's a song about underage sex and getting caught. It was like, no, mate, Temptation or something, I think it was called. It was very bad. I couldn't work out. I think he was blaming the girl for, anyway, it was not right. Anyway, he ended up in jail.
All right, okay.
He ended up in jail. Not in the song, not in real life. Yeah. Motorhead played headlined March the 18th, 1982. I don't know who the support was. Who was the support band?
I just misread that, Andy, and I thought it was Motorhead supported by Charlie Pride. I was about to say, what?
All right.
What?
Well,
that'd be good.
Charlie Pride. I did listen to Charlie Pride a wee while ago. He's a country guy, isn't he?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I got a bit of a crooner again, you know.
Yeah. I thought he was all right, actually. He had good songs.
Right. Yeah, he's all right.
Good songs. Good songs. Well, anyway, so back to Motorhead. Who was the support band? Don't know who it was.
Oh,
if
somebody
you could
must
let
have
me
been
know,
there. Yeah,
that would be good.
Is there not somebody like Tank or something? Or
Maybe Iron Fist. Maybe. That was the album, I think. Iron Fist. Okay, was it Tank? I'll check it out.
No, I don't know. Or someone else has just said that as well. I mean, that's what I kind of remember at that point, but I might obviously my track record's not very good. I'm on about a 20/80 success rate, so I wouldn't go for I wouldn't go for what I'm saying.
Well, I've wrote it down anyway. Motorhead. I'll check it out. See what
Kenny Brown saying, "I've just found my ticket. I was at the Co gig. Had you forgotten you were there, mate?" Kenny said his tickets. Actually, I've got a picture of Kenny's tickets. They're really cool. I'll show it later.
So, and then Charlie Pride, and the Texas Vocal Company. So that was like a double header. 1984, March the 13th. Yeah, good gig if you're loving that. Yes, we did say Tank Boots. Thank you very much.
Charlene must have been quite young then, 84.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Texas Vocal Company. Yes, very good, mate.
I know. It wasn't very good, was it? It was quite poor.
When I say very good, I don't mean very good.
You don't mean very good, do you? No. Yeah. Thanks for the feedback.
I was talking to my mate about the way you can use words that mean a good thing, but in a bad way.
In a bad way.
You know? Yeah. Like someone does something, you go, "Oh yeah, well done."
Well done. Yes.
Well done. Anyway, so Shaking Stevens. See if someone says "well done" to me when I've finished this.
Oh. Remember, he's the man with the plan. He can just go boink and you're disappeared. You become one of the disappeared.
I'll take it as a compliment.
We've got a few in the disappear step, haven't we? There's about 3 or 4 of them now.
There's plenty.
Aye.
Shaking Stevens and Jimmy played March the 14th, 1984.
Jimmy.
I listened to this album of Shaking Stevens, and I'm not gonna have another go at it. Although there was a song, "A Rocking Good Way to Mess Around and Fall in Love." I think Bonnie Tyler was on that. Did he do that?
I bet his Status Quo have covered that masterpiece.
Well, it's got the same kind of vibe, but they could do a medley with
Status shite.
I guess they could do a.
Oh, actually, yeah, right enough. Boots is saying that Co and Shaky are touring together, aren't they? Maybe Co will come on. They'll do a rocking duet of that.
Oh, mate, that's just.
Wouldn't that be absolutely? It would put you in hospital, that wouldn't it? I mean, it really would. It would be like
because it's so good.
Yeah.
I bet you Shaking Stephen is a good
laugh. Yes, I'm sure he's a good laugh. Yeah, sure he's a good laugh.
And I couldn't find any
lyrics are murder. Yeah, you're right. My God, he does good sweaters though.
Does he?
He does. He does good sweaters. He does those. Remember those ones with the sort of the diagonals on the golf shirts that Noddy used to wear. Remember them? The Glenmuir shirts. You know them ones? Yeah.
Pringle tops, all that stuff.
Pringle and Glenmuir, yes. Yeah. He's still popular in Asia. Well, he should fucking tour in Asia then. Sorry, swearing. Shouldn't swear. But
well, he probably is. Good on him. Go where your market. Go where your market is.
Follow your market, yeah. And
so that's the week that was.
That was it. Now there was loads of. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments. I noticed one from Graham I want to get to about Deep Purple. Where is it? Let me just see if I can get it.
Was that Ian, the big long one?
I think it was Mac. Do you know? Sometimes this does my head in, honestly. Kenny Brown knows Tinky Wink. That's really cheeky. Oh, this is all going funny over at my end here. It's par for the course. Hang on, let me just see if I can find it. Can you see that one by Matt? Because mine's not working. It's misbehaving.
Never updates.
It's
Never
not
updates, mate, for me.
Ah, dear. Anyway, well, if I can get it working,
coming up.
Yeah, if I can get, I can't even see the
Hold
comment.
on, you can download it. You can see on your text on this restream. You can scroll down. Graham McDonald, is that what it was? Purple Gig was very disappointing. Boland and Hughes were smack dab, no pun intended, in the middle of their heroin. Mate, I think there was a pun intended there. The crowd even bellowed for Blackmore in the middle of a guitar solo. Oh, that's bad.
Fighting talk.
Which pissed off the other Purple members. A couple of nights later in Liverpool, it was so bad that at the end of the night, Coverdale approached poor John Lord and said, "I'm leaving the group," to which John apparently said, "David, there's no group to leave anymore." And that was the last gig of that version of Purple.
Oh, is that right? Oh, dear.
Boland was dead by the end of the year. Oh, that's a shame. I like that album. I like Come Taste the Band.
Yeah.
It's a great album. Yeah, I love it. It's a good album.
You've got your guy noodling on it, haven't you?
Well, I've got Glenn Hughes singing on it.
Oh, yeah.
And David Coverdale. I watched the David Coverdale interview this week. It was quite good. Him and
he's very, very funny, actually. I think he'd be quite good in the telly. If it took the makeup off,
yeah. I wrote that song. I wrote that song originally for Tina Turner. That's what it says.
Kenny said, I'm planning to ask her if she has any Apollo member. Well done, Kenny, mate. That's excellent. Yeah, do that. She does talk about the Apollo on her own YouTube channel quite a lot. Yeah. So, but brilliant, excellent. Well, get a picture, Kenny. It'd be good to see a picture of her. See how she's doing.
Yeah, make sure you
clothes on.
Make sure she's got clothes on.
Yeah. And yeah, I remember Kenny was also mentioning the gig in '82, the Warrior Rock Tour. There was one of our friends was a big fan, and he went and he raves about it. And well, he used to rave. He doesn't talk to us anymore. But yeah, bye. Anyway,
I think Noddy went to that as well.
Did he? All right, okay. Stop fiddling with your microphone. You're making a racket. I told you that in rehearsal. But there's a good recording of that show, and we do play tracks from it occasionally as well, Kenny. So it's a super one, and Pete's saying he likes Toy as well. She's definitely still got a good solid fan base, hasn't she?
If that's what you want to call them, yep.
Yeah. Fine. Well, what are Toya fans called? Demented? No, what are they called? What does she call them? Is there a name for them?
There probably is a name.
And then Pete's saying about the Damned. Well, the first real British punk band, absolutely. Even though their first gig was with the Pistols, wasn't it, at the 100 Club in London? That's my London accent, really bad. I can't even do a Scottish accent these days. But yeah, I mean, Andy and I both listened to them, and I quite like the Damned. I find them a bit, what's the word? Trivial. You know, trivial. I kind of.
Trivial.
Sometimes when I watch them, I think, yeah, they're really good, and then other times I go, no, you know, I don't know. It's like
Depends
I don't
on
know.
Your incarnation. Now here's Bon Scott giving us a suggestion for a Toya fan.
Oh,
Voyeurs, he says.
Very good. That's pretty good. Or it could be Fritz. And then we've got. What else have we got now? We've got quite a lot.
The first punk single, yes, I read that last night. New Rose. It beat Anarchy in the UK or something by 5 weeks to be
British
first punk single.
British punk. But
Kenny, it's okay. No need to apologise, Kenny. Toya was May 81. There's no need for that.
No need to apologise. No.
Yeah.
There's pictures of Kenny. I've got. I know Kenny's a photographer, and we've got a lot of pictures from those Toya shows from the late Stuart Campbell. If you ever wanted to see them, I'd be very happy to share them with you. But I just thought see if there's anything else. The Clash Pistols ripped off the Damned. Yeah, but there was also the Voivoids and everybody else they ripped off. I mean, the Pistols basically copied what was happening in America and then made it go huge. Yeah, so there was very
I
little.
think
Pistols was
the
a boy
Damned
band. I
were,
like the Pistols, but they were a boy band. I mean, they were absolutely a boy band.
I think the Damned were like I think they went on tour. First punk band to go on tour. Wait, just check. This is very good. I think the first band that went to British punk band to go on tour to America.
Were they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Punk's always
Anyway.
yeah, they do, but that's part of the nature of it, isn't it? I mean, that's the point you're making, isn't it, Pete? Yeah, but you're absolutely right. It's part of the punk rock, the whole thing about the punk rock.
Oh yeah, July 1976, the Damned played their first show in public, opening for the Sex Pistols at the 100 Club.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I knew that.
Yeah, and who? Yeah, and it was produced. The album was produced by Nick Lowe. Good.
All right, very good. So the
Then
Damned
they got-
supporting the Hollywood Vampire. Really? The Damned supporting the Hollywood Vampires? That's a really odd combination, that.
Was that?
I can't get my head around the Hollywood
a
Vampires,
tour-
either, to be honest. I don't know the point of them. I don't get the point of the Hollywood
Well,
Vampires.
just the big covers band. To go
Aye.
on tour.
So famous folk to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the Damned, the Hollywood Vampires are all right. Who's in them? Alice Cooper.
Yeah, Alice Cooper and the boy for that actor guy.
The boy for the
Aerosmith guy, the guitar player for Aerosmith, and then that
Joe.
actor, the pirate. You know the pirate. He's in it as well. He plays guitar in it, doesn't he? Him for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
But what's this? Yeah, I quite like this. You can say the Damned were the carry-on team of punk. And the B-side of New Rose was a cover of Beatles' Help. Really, Ian? I didn't know that. That's interesting. I'd quite like to hear that. Yeah. Anyway, so
It's on Damned. It's on. I think it's on that Damned album.
the other thing I did this week with all these bands, I mean, I went and had a listen to instead of Andy, I think, to Camel. And Camel have just announced a tour. Have you seen their touring?
No, I haven't.
50th anniversary tour.
Of this album?
Well, it's like difficult to tell, but
1975. So when did they start? 72?
71 or something. Yeah, something like that. They were around since 71. Guildford. They were from Guildford. And they're a funny old outfit. If you listen to their like famous albums, well, they don't have any famous albums.
Well, Snow Goose.
Snow Goose is well known, but they never sold a record. Well, they did
Top
a bit.
30?
They had top 30, yeah. But they were actually, I don't know, it's quite interesting music. I mean, I know it's a bit twiddly for most folk. Or Boots has got the hump for some reason. Sorry, what have we done?
We're talking about Camel, that's why.
Camel, all right, okay. Sorry, I'm really slow tonight. Jeez, that's really bad.
Well, did you read about that Snow Goose, the concept of it?
Aye.
So weird.
Odd, beyond odd. Yeah, and they must have been on serious additional vitamins.
Yeah.
Because oh mate, there must have been, because the music is I mean, I know
I don't even know if that is. Oh, it's a novella. Okay, so it's a story.
It's a story.
It's a story. Right. Okay. Good. Yeah.
And they got.
I was wondering if they were sitting thinking, going, "All right, let's write a story about that."
But they got sued. The guy who wrote it sued them, and yeah. And then there was all sorts of arguments about whether or not it was the Nectar or whether they were. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Or whether they were actually supporting it. And then the guy who wrote it, whose name escapes me, then later on said
Paul Gallico.
That's the one. Well done. And then he said later on in his life, probably before he expired from too many drugs, that he was so drugged up that he did it just because he was in a mood one night or something. You know, it was that sort of weird. But the thing I got thought it was interesting about Camel was they ended up playing gigs at the Albert Hall, and you can see they're actually very good band.
Yeah.
But the music was just too twiddly, even for me. I like twiddly music, but
that Snow Goose wasn't much much
no.
twiddly.
But they've got the latest. Well, after the next couple of albums, then they went a bit jazzy, and I just was like, nah.
Who's this? Kenny Brown says drummer Andy Ward was kicked out of Marillion for substance abuse. Right.
Okay.
Was he in? He wasn't in Camel though, was he?
Well, Camel were a big influence on them, but I didn't know if he was in.
Okay.
But there's a lot of folk, including some weird. What's his name? That guy. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Him.
Rick Astley. Yes.
He's a big Camel fan.
Is he?
Yeah. And
wow.
Steve Wilson is a fanatic. And I love Steve
Wilson.
In
Camel.
All right. Who? Rick Astley. Was he the singer?
It's good you're laughing at your own jokes, man.
Yeah. Well, nobody else is going to laugh at him.
Who else is laughing, eh?
Yeah. I love that. But anyway, that was the excitement for this week in terms of bands. But and then the other. Well, we'll move on because I'm just going to repeat myself if I just say what I'm going to say again.
All right, I think Kenny's saying that Andy Ward was in Marillion.
Oh, yeah, was he? Right. Ah, right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Thank you, Kenny Brown.
Thanks, Kenny Brown. Brilliant. Must have been one of the early incarnations of it. So, as always, let's do this bit. The early days of Marillion were like there was so many people in the band for so long, so many drummers that I've lost count of them all. But anyway, how have the socials been this week, mate? What's been happening?
Tip top.
Tip
top. No, what am I talking about now? Oh yes, active members, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes, please.
7,680. 36 posts, although that seems to be a bit wrong because Facebook's gone a bit bonkers. Comments 1,154. Reactions 3,144. I don't know if people are just going, yeah, I can't be bothered commenting. Let's have a thumbs up. 712 people posted and commented, and 36,667 people viewed our little group, and 53 people joined.
Fantastic.
And I took down 2 or 3 posts.
Yeah, I noticed, and you beat me to it by about a second.
This is getting ridiculous.
Getting a bit daft.
No need to mention politics. No. Religion. Pedophiles.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Nothing like that.
It's funny because
also, if your post starts with "This is not Apollo related,"
it's probably going to get kicked. Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking at you, Bon Scott.
Yeah. Bad boy.
No.
But there's been a lot of chat on the wider in the metaverse, as I'm supposed to call it these days, about Facebook groups and how when they get over about 10,000 people, they do start to become slightly less fun because you get a bigger mix. Now, I'm in two minds all the time about this because I'm like, well, I want there to be different opinions. But I think the prevailing wisdom as administrators, we've got to be quite tight in a lot of this stuff. And just when we see something that we're unsure about, we're better to kick it out than leave it in.
Yeah.
And it's better, just sorry, but not really, because the group has been amazing and we want to keep it that way. And it is annoying because there's been a couple myself. I mean, I've looked at, there's been a couple that I thought, God, that's a really interesting post. I want to contribute to that post, but it's not about the Apollo. And it's like,
I'm sorry. And Kenny Brown last week posted a picture of a beer, and I think it's Kenny, and I just saw the beer and I thought,
delete,
because it didn't translate. It translated. He should have just posted it to you, but it didn't translate well to the group. It was a bit Badgers. It was a Badger beer, but it didn't really make sense.
Yes.
So I had to put you out there, Kenny, for that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't pass the pub test. as they say here.
So we've got
Sniff test.
Bond making a comment that should track down Billy Connolly in Florida and invite him to tell his story.
He's told his story many times.
He has.
I don't think he would be wanting to tell it to us.
No, I'll tell the Billy Connolly story that I've got sometime, because that was amazing. But okay, so the other thing, there was a few things I thought were really good fun, and actually talking about Kenny Brown, one of them was Kenny. Kenny sent us his Stranglers program and the gig list, because that was his first gig. But what I really love, Kenny, and you did this as an aside, I think, he posted his tickets from the 51 gigs he was at the Apollo. 51. That's quite impressive. So thanks very much, Kenny. We love these things. They're brilliant when they come in. So thanks very much. Absolutely fantastic. I think that we've never really spoken about programs or merchandise, have we? Really? We've touched on it a bit, but we've not really. And I was thinking, it just made me think the other day about. Do you remember there used to always be scarves for sale?
Yeah.
Quite.
That wasn't in. Were they by? They were just outside, were they?
You might be right. Aye, it might be bootleg stuff, but there was, and I remember they used to wear them around their wrists, didn't they?
Yeah. Bay City Roller fans did, definitely.
Well, they did. It was part of their uniform, wasn't it? But that was kind of cool. And the other thing that I really liked, and this one, I think it was 180 people or something responded to it. Jan Robertson was trying to trace somebody who worked or owned 23rd Precinct. And do you know what, Jan? I don't know if you're watching. I, like everybody else, had kind of forgotten. Well, I hadn't forgotten about it, but I hadn't thought about 23rd Precinct for ages. So it was really nice to see the photograph. And I hope you found Ray. And Ray Wyatt, if you're watching, Jan Robertson would like to speak to you. Get in touch at www.glasgowpolo.com or on here.
Or on the Facebook.
Or on the Facebook group, and we'll connect you. But it was lovely to read all the stories about folk and how much they loved that venue. And this was one of the classics, because it's not directly about the Apollo, but it was where a lot of us like listen, and 23rd Precinct were where we bought the photographs and the albums and stuff. Where do you draw the line? I don't know.
I know. I was. That one nearly got.
I know, I was the same, mate. Honestly, I was exactly the same. My finger was a hovering, and I thought, do I kick it or not? And Pete's saying he's got 2 selector scarves from '78. Yeah, I've got a AC/DC one from the For Those About to Rock tour.
Have you? Is it an official one?
No, it's rubbish. It's like it's been printed in some Jakey's garden or something.
Is it almost plastic?
It's like a white
really
silk
rough
feel.
Oh, right, okay.
And then it's got sort of really bad print. I'll see if I can. It's in this room somewhere. I'll see if I can find it, and we can have it on as an artifact. The other thing I thought was really funny, and I mean, this just made me laugh like a drain. I don't know if you saw it, and the professor posted something about Motorhead. And Dave Norwood, who's been on the group for a long time, said, I was there last for the classic lineup. Yep, Iron Fist badge, however, looked like a jobby on your denim jacket.
Oh, dear.
And if you look at that, it does look a bit, you can see how it looks a bit suspect if it's just a badge. So
I wouldn't like that as a jobby.
I wouldn't like it either, mate. No,
that'd be a bit painful, that one.
But that just really made me giggle. I thought it was brilliant. So thanks, Dave. I do love these funny.
Here's Kenny. Gerard Kenny says he got a status quo inside the Apollo. A scarf inside the Apollo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Good.
So that was the socials this week, and as always, thanks very much for everybody for contributing.
I mean, there's how many posts were there? It says 36, but I'm pretty sure there was more than 36.
There was more than that. There must have been.
But they're good. They're all good. I love it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So, just before we wind up this week, there's a few things that I just, as usual, want to say thanks to the guys over at Rescue Recordings. I'm ending this a bit early, mate, because I know how long the piece of music is I'm going to play in a minute.
Okay.
But thanks to Jack and the guys, absolutely brilliant. I think it was Bad Company this week. I don't know if you've listened to it yet.
It was Bad Company, and I had to
What's it like?
It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, there's some classic Glasgow banter.
Is that excellent?
But the first thing you hear is classic Glasgow, man. It is brilliant. I think one of the first things you hear is you just say this voice gone, "We are the people."
Excellent.
Brilliant. It's very good.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I thought, well, there's no way you could confuse that with Manchester or anywhere else.
No.
Unless it was a stray Glasgow guy.
Glaswegian in Manchester.
Yeah.
Not doing community
It's
work.
It's very good. We are the people.
Excellent. I love that.
Funny.
Absolutely love it. But thanks to Jack and the guys.
I did listen to it. It's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. It's loud. It's a bootleg, but sorry, risk good recording, but the quality's not amazing. But you get the
Pete saying
you get the gist.
Lots of wine was drunk in the 1970s. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right. Gosh, what a state folk into. But great fun. Absolutely brilliant fun. So apart from that, a few things just to remind you all. We've still got some tickets left for the get together on the 17th of June. We had a return this week. May returned her tickets. She was very disappointed, but she's got her husband's 60th birthday. So I said, well, that's a reasonable excuse for not coming along. But if you really like the Apollo, you should still turn up later on and try and get in and fight with the bouncers or whatever to try and get in for the encores.
You've died, mate. I don't know what's happening.
Interested? www.glasgowapollo.com/tickets. That's glasgowapollo.com/tickets. Quite easy to remember these days. And Mr. Muir, t-shirt activity. I haven't noticed much new activity this week. What have you been doing?
Just lost my mojo this week, mate.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Lost his mojo again. Have you found it yet?
Well, yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I got some good ones. I think some good ones.
As in ones that we were maybe at, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I had a little chat with the people who make the t-shirts about why the copyright, and they said, it's not they don't do it. It's other people make a claim on it, and I was like, okay. But when I did one of the t-shirts, Mark Bolan t-shirt, right, T-Rex, there's a little bit that it says, this is a bit nerdy. It goes, tags to help your customers find this t-shirt. It comes up with tags that says Mark Bolan, T-Rex, and then it knocks you back, and you're going. And so I just asked them if there was a list, of band words or bands and performers. And he said, we can't. It's not us that does that list. I was like, yeah, it is. You should know what's band.
Goodness gracious. We could send them. We could find out the bands are. And we could send them one of Dave Norwood's poos or jobbies, as they referred to them. Jobbies. And the other one you've got to do, and Boots has just reminded me, you've got to do the Elvis Presley supported by Led Zeppelin shirt. Come on.
Why are you spoiling my surprise? Mate,
you didn't tell me.
Well, it was a surprise.
No, it was a surprise. That means he's going to do it, which is good news, Boots. I'm having one of them. Definitely. And there's a really rude comment by Pete. I'll just let folk read that. I am not reading it out. My children might be listening in. Bad boy. And he reads it out. Honest to God.
Sometimes you could get in
it's easy, but one of this is bewildered.
If it was one. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Is there no?
There's no innuendo there.
Innuendo. No, there's none of that at all. No. But anyway, so last week.
There's no double entendre.
Last week, I got in the neck from Mr. Muir and a few of you guys for playing a really good Nazareth song recorded at the Glasgow Apollo in 1981. And folks said, nah, not representative of the band. And so you're all banned now. So you're going to hear what I'm saying because I've banned a lot of you, but I couldn't ban him. But so I sat down this morning and I thought, right, what we're going to have this week. And I did think about the Stranglers. I thought about Toya because they were all, congruent with the message that we've been trying to get across to the public this week, Andy. But I gave in, and we're going to have some more Nazareth. And this is a really famous Nazareth song that everybody will know because it's definitely Nazareth. Right. And so we're going to have 10 minutes of Nazareth,
Right.
performing a fantastic version. It's not quite as good as Cocaine, but it's a good version of their song called Razamanaz. And if you don't like
Mate.
that, you know, I'm giving up.
Let's Aye, you're still the best audience in the world, aren't you?
I had
He
to leave
says that to all the girls.
I
He
bet
says
he
that
does.
to all the girls, mate.
I had to leave that little cover at the end there in because the guitar at the end of Razamanat was just out of this world, and I couldn't edit it. I didn't have time, so I thought, I'll bugger it. I'll just play the rest of it because it was all one piece anyway, really. But wasn't it brilliant?
Yep. Do you want me to tell you about that?
On you go.
That wee Billy Rankin thing.
Yeah.
Because that was Billy Rankin playing the guitar there.
Yeah.
And I'm reading from his blog. Very good blog, Billy. If you're watching, I don't know why you would be, but yes, it's very good blog.
Billy's a member of the Facebook group and follows our activities closely.
Yes. Well, he was sick that night, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "You've got a 48-hour virus," which sounded to me like pleurisy for poofs.
Oh dear.
I don't know. And he said, when I told him I was playing the Apollo this very night, he should have replied with, "Oh, that is where you saw T-Rex, Bowie, AC/DC, Ted Nugent, Rolling Stones, Skinner, 10cc, Montrose, Mick Ronson, Status Quo, and many more in your youth." Instead, he said, "You're fucked." And he said, I croaked, "Doc, you got to help me." So the doctor gave him some injection. And he said, he injected my arse with God knows what and said, "You'll be fine in a few minutes." But he eventually went on to
and he had the gig. Guitar, had he?
He played the gig, and he doesn't remember much about it, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
It's a great recording, that, and it was somebody mentioned. I think it was Boots said, "Oh, this will get taken down." It might have been you that said it. Somebody said it anyway that it'd been taken down. But because last week
is that from the radio?
It's a Clyde recording that then ended up on River Records recording. They released it as an album.
Surprised it's still on then, because I was thinking this sounds like a record.
Well, it was a Clyde recording, so it's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
But
it was good.
So fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Maybe not as good as Cocaine, but
mate, it was miles better than that.
Oh no, I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was great. I hadn't heard that for ages, so it was nice, and I quite liked it.
I'm staggered by his singing.
Oh, he's incredible.
If you can even call it singing, it's just his voice. It's just razor blades. Razor blades. Yeah. But and he can sing nicely too. Brilliant.
Love Hush is a lovely song. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good for out of this world. Right.
Brilliant. They're all great.
Yeah, they are. Stop playing with your microphone.
Sorry, my ear was itchy.
All right,
Richie. Sorry, everyone.
Right, I agree with Pete. The Razamanaz song was the best one, but I thought they just sat quite well together. That's why I left it. I didn't have time to edit it. That's the truth. So, everybody, thanks very much for tuning in. This has been Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur, in my little studio in the Cotswolds.
And me, Andy Muir, in a rain-swept Sydney.
Rain-swept. It's been really bad, Sydney's weather.
The whole of Australia was
horrendous. Yeah.
Terrible.
But the United Kingdom government have now opened up, and so have Scotland. Wee Nippy's opened up all the flights again from here, so you'll be getting tourists again, mate, and maybe the odd friend might show up if you're lucky.
I don't know why a tourist would want to come here, mate.
I wouldn't want to go there at the moment, not a chance.
Yeah.
But, well, I would, and what I would do is I'd do what I did last time. I'd get a bus and I'd just drive into the middle and tour about on my own and try to ignore all the Australians.
That's good.
But anyway.
No, I just mean in terms of
the weather.
Well, there's 20,000 people here in New South Wales got COVID yesterday.
Is that right? Oh, jeez, oh, by God. Yeah. Right.
But we're looking at hospitalization rates quite low, so that's good. That's good.
All right. Okay. So after the show, we get together on Zoom and we talk more about this sort of nonsense. It's on the page there, www.glasgowpolo.com/Zoom. And all you do is click that, and it'll take you straight into the Zoom chat. It was hilarious last week. Absolutely hilarious. So we'd like you to join us if you can. It'd be much appreciated. It's a right good laugh. So thanks for tuning in. And Andy, I hope you've enjoyed it. And
I have, yes.
What more? You sound like more than you expected.
It was an unexpected surprise.
Yeah.